Hello again from my front porch. I feel like I must be turning into grumpy old man now because last episode I complained about Walmart. This episode I want to complain about turning lanes or specifically yellow turning lanes. But so apparently I'm just grumping about stuff. But so here's the issue. Now I like turning lanes. And the older I get, the less I want to deal with crossing over in front of traffic and having to do that whole, are they coming? Are they coming? Go! So I like the idea of a turning lane that gives me the opportunity to be able to turn, without having to battle everybody. In fact, driving around the Des Moines area, I will oftentimes go a little bit out of my way in order to go a block or two this around and to be able to make use of a turning lane. Similar to the way I will do the same thing to make use of a stoplight. Rather than trying to cross an intersection that's busy that has no light, if I know that there is a stoplight 1 or 2 blocks down, I'll take a side street down to there and use the stoplight to get out so I can cross the traffic and not have to do the racing in front of people thing. But what I've been noticing, and I'd say noticing because I've been driving for a long time now, and I haven't noticed these as much. So to me, it seems like, at least around here, it seems like a fairly new thing, a fairly recent thing. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't. But it's this creation of turning lanes that either then don't have a light. I mean, it's at a stoplight, not just like a turn, like to turn into my street here where I live, off the main 4-lane road out there. There's a turning lane you can turn off to cross over to, but there's no stop sign, there's no street light or stoplight, there's nothing. That one, I'm pulling in here and then I'm going to go over. And it makes sense because then I'm not slowing down the traffic behind me. I'm getting out of the way of that traffic and then I'm going to turn when I have the opportunity. What I'm talking about are turning lanes at stoplights, where you pull into the turning lane and there's stoplights there. But what I've noticed is, it seems to me at least, an increase in turning lanes at stoplights that then the turning lane doesn't get an arrow. It doesn't get its own light for you to turn. In other words, that turning lane is there for the same reason the turning lane to get into my street is there. Not to make it easier for me to turn, but to make it so that everybody else driving straight isn't bothered by me wanting to turn. And then we get to the yellow blinky light turning lane. Yellow means caution, slow down. It's not a full stop, but it's also not go. It means you got to look at what's happening. It's the caution light. And I have noticed around the Des Moines area, these keep popping up. Almost as bad as the roundabouts. Those have been popping up around here too. But you pull in the turning lane, it actually does have a light with an arrow. And that arrow is yellow, meaning it might as well not even be there. Meaning it is a yield to the traffic coming the other way. Meaning that traffic is not being told to wait so that you can turn, but they go straight, you're out of the way of the people behind you that want to go straight, and you just sit there, hoping and praying that you'll get a chance to go, at the very least, by the time the light changes. Now, that bugs me. That really bugs me because it's like, why do you even have a turning lane with a light if it's not going to be programmed to give me, the turning person, the benefit of being able to safely cross in front of the other traffic? Why do I still have to do the watch and gun across routine when I'm in a turning lane with a street or with a stoplight? I just don't understand. So again, this is maybe where I'm in grumpy old man territory. Apologies if that's the case. But that just rubs me the wrong way. And the yellow light thing. I actually have an analogy about that into politics too. I know that P word. We don't like that P word here, but I'll just slip this in here now that I've shared with you my dislike of the yellow turning lane light thing. A lot of times I feel like that's what politicians do to us as well. You know, they'll feed us a line, especially during campaign times, where they will make a promise or even a pledge, but they'll even just maybe even strongly imply that, you know, if you elect me, this will happen or that'll happen. When in reality, they have no intention of following through on that whatsoever. It's just a red herring to get us to vote for them. But it's kind of like that yellow turning lane. I, as a politician, want you to stop questioning me, stop challenging, stop doubting me. So I want you to go into the turn lane, get out of the way of the other people who are fully on board and drank the Kool-Aid. So I want you to get over here. But I'm putting in this turn lane. I'm telling you to go in this turn lane because I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna do this thing that you really want. But then it's a yellow blinky arrow because, well, just hold on, and then the other traffic never stops, and we're just stuck there in that yellow turn lane. I think it's a brilliant political analogy myself, if I do say so. Hold on. But still, I love it because it unites two things that frustrate and irritate me: yellow turning lanes and lying politicians. All right, well, that's enough. I just had to, because I ran into them again today. Not literally, figuratively speaking. But it's just so annoying because at the wrong time of day, you hit the yellow light, and it's busy traffic. And my brain thinks, well, it's busy traffic. Isn't that when I, as the turning person, should have a light that lets me turn safe? Why is it at the busiest times I have to just sit here while everybody else gets to go? That just, we've covered this territory. Horse sufficiently beat into the ground. And with that, I will see you all next time from my front porch.